Alright, hey guys, so this is actually my second time filming this intro because the first time it turned out disgusting. Okay, so I actually have a lot of stuff we have to do today. So first off, we're going to start by filling up and setting up that 110-gallon pond to breed some fish in. I also have to go ahead and feed all the fish, I'll show you that later. We have to go ahead and check in on the ducks and clean the koi pond. And then at the end of this video, stay tuned because I show you two 16,000-gallon aquariums, one freshwater, one saltwater, as well as another really large freshwater aquarium. So we'll go ahead and start off by setting up the tub to breed the fish. That's pretty simple, we'll go ahead and get that out of the way first. Okay, here's the setup so far. We have the outlet here, run underground to the air pump right there. I'm gonna have something covering that up so when it rains it's no problem. Then we have the airline hose running all the way down here, behind here, and then eventually to right there. So like I said, 110 gallons, this should be perfect to breed basically any small fish. I'm probably gonna breed like platies in here, just something super easy that'll sell quick. Eventually we'll get some plants in here and probably like a cover, like I have a screen cover to go over this so nothing gets into the pond at night. But let's just go ahead and start filling it up, should be pretty simple, and then we can go ahead and check some other stuff out. While we're out here, we can do a quick update on the koi pond. All the fish are still just fine. The pleco we added in the last video or a few videos ago is right there. We're still having a big algae problem in the pond. As you can see, the walls are covered in algae, the bottom's covered in algae. So what I think I'm gonna do is backwash the filter. So there is a filter pad located in that waterfall right there, but I'm not gonna be cleaning that today just because it's not that dirty. It's like the polishing pad after the water goes to the main filter. Today we're just gonna go ahead and clean out the main filter. So here is my filter right here. Oh, there's a spider, no. Okay, I went ahead and got the spider down with these like little these things. I don't know, that was horrifying. The spider, I don't know where it went, so we're just gonna play it safe right now. But basically I have to go ahead and unscrew that little lid right there, that cap on the end, and then go ahead and move this valve right here and it will shoot all the dirty water out there. Okay, the camera's a little crooked from the tripod, but we're gonna make it work. Now that the cap's unscrewed, water will start pouring out there as soon as I flip this valve right here. So we'll go ahead and turn this around. And there's the water. Now we just pump this up and down, and it should start shooting out all the dirty water. There, as you can see, a lot of that dirty water is flowing out, so we're just gonna continue to pump this a little bit until it finally runs clear. Okay, so it's just about running clear. I'm gonna go ahead and turn this off. And now it's gonna send all that water back to the pond and we can put the cap back on. So that's pretty much it for cleaning an Awaza pond filter. Super simple. And then later down the road, if I want to, I can go ahead and take this big rock off and clean the filter pads that are inside the waterfall. Okay, so the tub is almost full, as you can see. We'll go ahead and turn the water off real quick. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and fill up the koi pond. Now while that is filling up, I'm gonna go ahead and turn the pump on for the pond we just filled up. And just like that, bubbles are flowing. Well, kind of, not, okay, something went wrong. Okay, so both of these are flowing, but like they fell out of the little thingies in the bottom. So I'm gonna go ahead and put them back down there. Okay, just like that, both of them are now flowing. I went ahead and stuck the airline tubing back down to the base of the filter, and both of them are doing great. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and give this a little bit, let it cycle, let some algae start growing in here, and we can get the top on and get some fish in here in a later video. But that is pretty much it for this part for today. And then last but not least, we have this tank right here. Now, I'm not too happy with how this tank is looking, so I'll be right back. Stuff like this, I swear, happens every single time. Yeah, that is a lot better. So we went ahead and changed the water, filled it back up all the way to the top, added some new plants down here to go ahead and give it more of a planted look. We just added 2 small plants, really nothing crazy. And then I went ahead and hid the heater up there so it's a little bit more inconspicuous. It's right underneath the filter. So that's it for this tank. All the fish are fed, all the fish are doing great. So now that we're done with some fish stuff, let's go ahead and check on the ducks. So there they are, it's a little dark right now. This is their water they swim in. They make it an absolute mess. And then here is their eating and drinking water. I went ahead and got rid of that feeder I used to have in here because it just kept getting clogged. And I just replaced it with a bowl of food. And this metal tray really helps at like catching all the water and stuff, so that's been amazing. As for up here where they go at night, I made some changes to this too. I put less hay so it was just easier to clean. Also, I try to open this up during the day so some of the heat can ventilate. I went ahead and got one of these, which is basically a water dispenser where they drink the water and then it will automatically dispense more. And then I just put a normal food bowl up here as well. As you can see, they make a mess. And the issue I was having is that all that water was getting into this tray right here and kind of dripping out and was getting like moldy from the hay. So I went ahead and put this in place, and this really solved that problem. Gives them a lot of water to drink, and then as they drink it, it just fills back up with new water, and then during the day they can go ahead and swim in their big water. Now I also had this pool for the ducks, right? There's a hole in it right here, so like I can't fill it up with water or anything, so scammed. Go ahead and dump this out. I'm just gonna throw this pool away. It's kind of like really dirty anyway, so I just bought a new one. So $8 later at Walmart, we got a new pool. Now I'm gonna go ahead and fill this up with water. We can go ahead and play with the ducks in it and see if they like to swim. They love swimming in that little water bowl that's in their hut. There is the ducks in a little better light. As you can see, they're starting to get some feathers, and they're doing pretty good. So they kind of cornered themselves, and I got one of them. So as you can see, their new feathers are starting, like I was saying, their new feathers are starting to come in, and his friend is freaking out because he doesn't see them. But I'm gonna go ahead and try to get these guys in the water and just see if they like this pool a little bit better than their small one. Okay, got their pool filled up. Let me go try to grab the ducks. Okay, I got one of them right here. Let me grab the other one. So I tried to corner the other one, and it ran away. So
a little longer than a few minutes later.
So I caught a new one. This was the one that was hiding from me the whole time. He actually ran back in the coop, and I got him. And that's when the one I originally got the first time got away. So now I have to grab the other one. So I'll be back. So after lots of struggling, I got 2 ducks. Go ahead and just, oh, they just kind of plop themselves in. They're not really swimming, they're just walking around. So they're not freaking out, so that's good. They're just kind of chilling in the water. One of them was drinking it a second ago. So they seem chill, they seem happy. So I think they're pretty satisfied with their pool. I'm gonna go ahead and just leave them for a little bit, maybe a couple minutes. And we'll go ahead and check back and see where they are. Hopefully they'll still be in here chilling out. Obviously if they want, they can get out at any time. Their old pool, which was the same size as this one, I actually put them in when there's no water in it. I just set them in there real quick, and both of them jumped out. So I know they can get out of these ponds. So I'm gonna go ahead and let them be. We'll be back later. The ducks seem to really be enjoying their water. They haven't even tried to get out of it once. They've just been walking around. I took some Snapchat videos of them, put it on my story. But they're just doing duck things. They really seem to enjoy the water. Ducks really thrive when there's water around. So I'm gonna go ahead and let them do their thing. They seem very happy. I mean, they're just diving and swimming and doing duck things. So I'm gonna go ahead and let them be. Now, ideally, once the ducks get a little bit bigger, I would like to let them have access to this pool like the whole time, like all day, just so they can get in and out whenever they want. So I'm thinking about when they get a little bit bigger, making a little gate or something to where they have access to this entire side of the house during the day, where they should be okay from predators because they will be big enough by then where predators shouldn't really bother them. And then let them have access to their pool and their food and all that kind of stuff. And then during the night, they'll be in their little coop like normal. Okay, so I think it is safe to say that the ducks really enjoy their new pool. I think it was a great $8. I mean, they absolutely love it. They're just diving around, swimming around, being happy ducks. So now that we've done the duck things, we've done the fish things, I want to go ahead and show you 3 fish tanks actually. 2 16,000 gallon tanks, and then I don't know how big the other one is. So the first 2 tanks you're gonna see, there's a 16,000 gallon saltwater one and a 16,000 gallon freshwater one. So basically we were out of town and we went to the sporting goods store Shields, and they have a 16,000 gallon freshwater tank right when you walk in, and then right at the exit they have a 16,000 gallon saltwater tank. So freshwater and saltwater. So I'm going to go ahead and show you a montage of those fish. Just as much as I filmed as I was there, I tried to compile it all into a nice little montage. Some of the clips had a lot of glare though, so it kind of is what it is. But I'll go ahead and show you that, and then we'll talk about the other tank.
Yeah, every day that's you and me, all day that's us, boo. Came through with that new thing, see I don't know why I trust you. Crazy now I'm just too on, maybe now I'm just too gone. Maybe now I'm just looking for that same vibe that you on. Cause I'm out here with my boys, going crazy in it overseas.
Okay, so those tanks were pretty cool. The saltwater one was amazing. The freshwater one was, the freshwater one didn't have as many fish, but the saltwater one was amazing. There was tons of saltwater fish. Some of them I even had in my own tank, like the sailfin tang or some clownfish. Now the next tank I'm going to show is also from another sporting goods store, except it's called Cabela's. Basically the exact same store, except a little smaller, and they had a fish tank. It was a very large freshwater tank. I'll go ahead and show it to you now in a second. Same little montage kind of deal because I didn't film too much. But anyway, it was just full of freshwater fish like trout and stuff like that. So I'll go ahead and let you see that real quick, and then we'll go ahead and end off this video.
I caught you out, you got served that beast out, no step team. I came through and that's real. Nova came, but I feel this. Feeling kid when I feel banks, I still be spitting that Will Smith. I shut it down, we do that. Yeah, we knew that. Little girl, give me them crazy eyes. Orange is that new black. That cold out, so I'm meek about it. Trust me out, so I drink about it. They talk it out, but it's all good, so it's too real. Don't think about it.
She took me out of my place, but I skipped through my soul. I said, don't think about it. I said, don't think about it.
So that is pretty much it for this video. We got a lot of stuff done today. We fed all the fish, we redid an aquarium, we cleaned out the filters on the koi pond, we gave the ducks a new pond, and we set up a breeding tank outside to breed some fish in a later video. That is it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Goodbye.